Hi everybody, this is Corrine. I'm so glad you could join me today. Alright, so I won't be available. You're going to be watching this at the normal time of my Wednesday night Facebook Live. Wednesday night is usually a step up night. I try to have some projects that are a little bit more advanced than on Monday night. For those of you that would like to place an order, by the end of the month, please use this hostess code if your order is less than $150. If your order is $150, you do not need a hostess code. I want you to get all the wonderful hostess benefits. So let's get started. I have a couple of really cute projects. I did want to let you know that I'm down to the last two kits of this World Card Making kit, which will be available for October 3rd. You will get the paper, you will get some of this beautiful designer paper, some of this ribbon, and a PDF to make 3 cards, 2 designs of the same card. That's $35. You get the stamp set that I'm going to be featuring a stamp with today, the project for today. So if you would like that, please let me know. I only have 2 kits left. So the first project we're going to make is featuring that beautiful stamp set that is free with that $35 kit. So the parts that I'm using is Seaside Spray, Cinnamon Cider, a piece of shimmer, and then I needed to make a template to do this over. So I took another piece of cardstock. I do have some temporary adhesive on it that I'm trying to take a little bit of the tackiness off. So let's get started. I'm going to set this down, and then I'm going to center this onto this piece of cardstock that I have. Now, the colors I'm using are Seaside Spray, Cinnamon Cider, and Bumblebee. So let's get started. So I'm using now sponges that come round, and I cut them in 4, and you can see how I'm kind of crunching it up. Some people like to use one of those binder clips. I don't have one handy right now, so I can't show you. So I'm going to pick up some ink by Tap Dancing, and then I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to just rub. And I'm kind of doing it at an angle, and you can keep rubbing until you're as intense as you would like it to be. That looks pretty good to me. I'm going to close that one up, and I'm going to use the Seaside Spray, which matches my cardstock. That's the beauty of the Stampin' Up stuff. Okay, so let me see if I have that stamp set right here. Oh, geez. Okay. Not sure what happened there, and I apologize for the little pause. Let's see. Looks like we're back in business. I'm not too sure what happened there. One of those unusual things. It's a love-hate relationship, isn't it, with technology? So now I'm picking up some of that Seaside Spray, and I'm doing the opposite side. Picking up a little bit more. And what I typically will do is put this template right in my stamp box. Just like that. So that's the stamp set. Now I'm going to bring my Stamparatus in here because I want to make sure that I can get that tree stamped very good. So as you can see, I already have my stamp on there. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. I want the tree to go off the page. It looks like I have it right about there. I absolutely love this stamp apparatus. It's so good, especially if you're doing a lot of cards and you want a consistency, or you want to make sure that it gets covered well. So here we go. I always put a stamp set underneath the back of the plate, and I'm going to very lightly tap dance my stamp pad across this stamp. And I'm going to bring it over. Oops, looks like that little, remove this out of the way. And I like to use my palm. It seems to provide a little bit more even pressure. I'm going to do it one more time because I want it to be intense. And you can see it's going to stamp right over where I just stamped. Perfect. I'm going to set this aside. And then I'm going to grab the words. Stick them on a block. In this sweet, sweet little birdhouse. I just love this little birdhouse. Okay, so I'm going to ink up the birdhouse. Now, I'm on a very thick blotter here, so I don't need a pad underneath me. But if you don't have a thick blotter or something, you need to make sure you have something underneath. So I'm going to stick this right here. Just hold it there for a few seconds, let the ink gravitate to the paper. And then my words. Right about here, looks good. The shimmering paper is very nice to use if you want to add color like I just did. You just have to be careful that you don't pick up other colors. Yeah, I love that font, don't you? It's so pretty. Alright, let's bring in the Seaside Spray again. With the dots. They have one that looks like snowflakes, but I think I'm going to use this as a sympathy card, so that's why I wanted the little dots. Oops, looks like I need a bigger block. Let me grab one right here. I'm going to ink it up. And I'm going to stamp like crazy. I stamped it twice before I re-inked it because I want a variation. And then I'm going to come back. And one more time, looks like. I think I want a little bit right here. There. I like that. I absolutely love this stamp set, and I'm sure you will too. Okay, so very carefully, I'm going to flip this over. Use my Tombow. Attach it to my cinnamon cider. Oops, looks like it's a little long. Alright, well I can fix that in just a minute. I mismeasured something. Who knows what? It's been one of those days, you know what I mean? Shouldn't be. Should be. Alright, so I'm going to use pop-ups to raise this up on my card. I am using the large size ones. And here's my card. It's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. Oh, my pickup tool's missing. Oh, have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Oh, I know where it is. It's on my craft table. My sister was here today helping. We were spending the afternoon stamping. It was lots of fun. So you can see this one doesn't have a bottom, but it still looks nice. Let me move this stuff out of the way while I get the second project. Lots of parts on the second project. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for just a few minutes and show you the second project, which is using beautiful, beautiful paper. This is the ornated garden paper. So for this card, I'm using a 1/4 sheet of terracotta tile. So that means it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Then I have a piece of designer paper that measures 5 1/4 by 11 3/4. And then inside you can see I used the second largest rectangle stitch die, and I ran it through the folder. Let me put it on the plain paper so you can see it. Of this greenery embossing folder. Now you get 2 folders with that. So, and then I'm using some of the gold foil laser cut dies. 1 3/4 inch circle, and then some adhesive sequins. So, like I told you, this is 5 1/4 by 11 1/4, and I will have the measurements up on my page tomorrow. You get my big scoreboard here. Making a lot of noise, aren't I? Okay, so let's put this across. We want this the landscape. And we are going to score this at 1 3/4. Use the thick end because this is just paper. Four 3/4. And then 7 3/4. Put that away before it falls on the floor. So we're going to start with the little narrow end. And here's my bone folder. And we're going to fan fold this. So fold the next one, go in the opposite direction, and then the final one. So I'm going to attach that to the center right there. Again, using a little bit of Tombow. Trying to have a little terracotta tile frame all the way around it. Now, there is a ton of things that you can do with this fold, and I'll try to explain them all to you. As you can see in my sample, I glued these two sheets together to create a thicker card. But you could also glue the edges here, and you would have two pockets. You could use one for a gift card and one for your pull-out card. You could also not glue anything down and have a large card, or you could just glue this down and have a large card. But I chose to glue these two pages together. Again, you know my preferred adhesive is Tombow. It just gives me a few minutes to adjust anything that I might need to adjust. And then I attached this so that these points were on that. I do believe I used, yeah. I used pop-ups. I just had them. They can't be very far. And just like that. Yeah. And then I'm going to stamp this. Where is my, here it is. I'm going to use my Memento Black, Tuxedo Black ink, stamping it on a 1 3/4 inch circle. Just like that. I'm going to put some more pop-ups. So there goes the money, right? When you have to mail it, it's going to take at least a butterfly stamp, which is 1.5 ounces. So, and then I put a, oops, let me put my pretty inside piece. Again, this is the second largest rectangle stitch label. Center that so I have a nice frame of that beautiful paper all the way around. And then I'm going to put a couple of sequins. See if I can grab some scissors here. And down here. This time I'm going to put it over here because it looks like I put this one over a little farther. So there you have it. Very pretty step-up cards that anybody can make. And like I said, I will have all of the measurements up on my Facebook page tomorrow. So until then, take care, be kind, and stay safe. Thank you so much for watching.